What if tomorrow, your money was worth less than the paper it's printed on? Chilling thought indeed, but one we must consider in an ever-changing global landscape. This, dear listeners, is the stark reality of a financial collapse. A world where the very pillars of economic stability crumble, where the currency you once trusted becomes as valuable as confetti. An event of this magnitude is not just a figment of our collective imagination, but a potential reality that could be triggered by a myriad of causes. The most prevalent of these triggers is an economic bubble. We've seen it before, an overinflated market riding high on the waves of bullish optimism, only to crash when the bubble bursts. This can lead to a domino effect, causing financial institutions to topple, unemployment rates to skyrocket, and the value of currency to plummet. Another potential catalyst for a financial collapse is the accumulation of unsustainable debt. When a nation's debt spirals out of control, it can lead to a vicious cycle of default and hyperinflation. The end result? A currency that's worth less than the paper it's printed on. And it's not just about the money. A financial collapse can have far-reaching social implications, from increased crime rates to a decline in public health services, creating a ripple effect that can touch every aspect of our lives, highlighting the importance of financial stability and the risks of not being prepared. So, how can we brace ourselves for such an event? The key lies in preparedness. It's about understanding the signs, knowing the risks, and taking proactive steps to safeguard your financial future. It's about ensuring that you and your loved ones are not left in the lurch when the unthinkable happens. In a world as unpredictable as ours, the unthinkable could happen. But remember, forewarned is forearmed. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the world of financial collapses, drawing lessons from history, exploring the ripple effect, and providing a prepper's perspective on how to weather the storm. History is a great teacher, and financial collapses are no exception. Think back to the Great Depression, a time that sent shockwaves across the globe. Ignited by an economic downturn beginning in the late 1920s, it lasted a whole decade. What were the causes? A combination of stock market speculation, bank failures, and poor governmental policies. The impact was devastating. Unemployment soared, businesses shuttered, and many families found themselves without a roof over their heads. Moving forward to the 2008 financial crisis. This time, the collapse was triggered by an implosion within the housing market, fueled by subprime mortgages and financial institutions' risky behavior. The repercussions? A skyrocketing unemployment rate, a plummet in consumer spending, and a global recession. Then there's the hyperinflation in Zimbabwe. In the late 2000s, the country experienced a staggering inflation rate, reaching an astronomical 89.76% per month. The causes? Excessive money printing and economic mismanagement. The impact? The value of the Zimbabwean dollar plummeted, making it nearly worthless. People's savings evaporated overnight, and the cost of goods skyrocketed. With each of these cases, recovery was a long and arduous process. During the Great Depression, it took aggressive fiscal and monetary policies to stimulate the economy. In the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis, governments around the world had to bail out financial institutions and implement regulatory reforms. And in Zimbabwe, they had to abandon their own currency and adopt the US dollar to stabilize the economy. These historical events show us that financial collapses are often the result of a mixture of economic missteps, risky financial practices, and insufficient regulation. They also teach us that the impacts of these collapses are far-reaching, affecting not just the financial sector but also everyday people, from skyrocketing unemployment to the erosion of savings. Learning from the past, we can see patterns and prepare for the future. In the face of potential financial collapse, preparation and foresight are our best allies. A financial collapse doesn't just affect the economy, but it spreads through society. This spread is like a stone thrown into a pond. The initial impact might seem small, but the ripples reach far and wide. When a financial system collapses, it doesn't happen in isolation. It resonates through every facet of society, causing a domino effect of tragic consequences. Unemployment skyrockets as businesses shutter their doors, unable to sustain operations in the unstable economic climate. This, in turn, leads to increasing poverty levels as people grapple to make ends meet without an income. But the impact goes beyond just the financial realm. Social unrest often follows, fueled by dissatisfaction and desperation. People feeling disenfranchised and disillusioned may take to the streets in protest, leading to increased tension and sometimes even violence. A financial collapse isn't limited to just your pocketbook. It's volatile and life-changing, affecting every corner of society. A financial collapse is far-reaching and devastating. So, how does one prepare for such an event? A financial collapse can seem like a daunting event to prepare for, but with the right strategies, it becomes manageable. One of the key principles of prepping for any crisis is the diversification of assets. This means not putting all your eggs in one basket. Instead, spread your resources across a variety of investments. These could include real estate, stocks, bonds, and even cryptocurrencies. The goal is to ensure that if one sector takes a hit, the others might remain stable or even thrive, providing a safety net. Another strategy is investing in commodities. In times of financial instability, people often turn to tangible assets. Gold and silver are traditional favorites, but other commodities like oil, grain, and even water can be valuable. Remember, these are resources that people will always need, regardless of the economic climate. But financial preparation is only half the battle. Having a survival plan in place is equally essential. This means ensuring you have necessities like food, water, and medical supplies stocked up. It also means having a plan for shelter, whether that means fortifying your current home or having a secondary location to retreat to. And let's not forget about skills. In a post-collapse world, practical skills like gardening, repairing, or first aid could become as valuable as gold. These can not only help you survive, but also provide a means of trade in a barter-based economy. Lastly, remember to maintain a strong network. In times of crisis, having a community to rely on can be a lifeline. This could be your immediate family, your neighbors, or a wider network of like-minded preppers. So while the prospect of a financial collapse might seem overwhelming, remember these key tips. Diversify your assets, invest in commodities, have a survival plan in place, develop practical skills, and build a strong network. Preparation is not about fear, but about being ready for any possibility. Financial preparedness and pre-supply stocking are both crucial. In this segment, we will delve into some strategies that can aid you to withstand the financial collapse. One of the key strategies is to accumulate concrete essentials. This includes food, water, healthcare supplies, and other vital commodities. Not only will these items ensure your survival in a crisis, but they can also serve as tradable assets. During a collapse, money will lose its value, but concrete items will invariably be in demand. Consider stocking up on items that are in high demand, such as ammunition, alcohol, and tobacco. These items can turn into valuable resources in a barter economy. It's also essential to consider your community. Building up extra items for charity can assist your neighbors in weathering the storm as well. Remember, in a crisis, we're all in the same predicament. The stronger your group, the better your chances of survival. So, take the first step today. Start gathering, minimize your debts, and diversify your income. Boost your financial resilience. It might seem daunting at first, but each step you undertake brings you closer to financial steadfastness. Self-reliance is your defense against a financial collapse. In the face of a financial collapse, preparedness is key. We've taken a journey today through the unthinkable, gleaning lessons from history's economic downturns. We've seen how these financial tsunamis ripple out, impacting everyone in their path. But we've also talked about how, with foresight and fortitude, we can weather these storms. Steps like diversifying your financial portfolio to stocking up on essential supplies, there are numerous ways to brace yourself for such a crisis. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving in the wake of a financial collapse. By learning from the past and taking steps today, we can build resilience for whatever the future might hold. In conclusion, the essence of preparedness lies in the balance between financial acuity and practical readiness. As we navigate the unpredictable waters of economic ebbs and flows, let's hold on to this mantra. Fortune favors the prepared.